Hello students and welcome back to our English expressions video series. In this 16th video focusing on our idiom of the week, we're going to talk about two idioms. We're going to do a 2-for-1 in this video. We're going to do two similar idioms. We're going to discuss on the page and turn the page. Now these are very similar idioms, but we're going to talk about how they're the same in some senses but also different as well. And we have an image here of what it means to be turning the page. We're not just talking about physically turning the page, but we're talking about metaphorically. So our idioms are on the same page and turn the page. My name is Ben with English from A to Z, and let's get started. So idioms of the week here. So we're going to do a 2-for-1, as I mentioned, on the same page and turn the page. And we've got so we got a person here who thinks she's on the same page, but these people are on a different page. So we're going to dive in right now into on the same page, turn the page. So we're going to discuss the meanings first. And they're pretty similar. On the same page means to be in agreement with someone or to share the same opinion. When you agree with somebody on a topic, could be any topic, you're on the same page. You agree with each other or you're in agreement. Now, even if you're in agreement, you may want to turn the page. You don't want to argue with someone, or you don't want to talk about it more. If you're not on the same page, you can turn the page. So if you don't want to argue with someone about something that you're talking about, or to not focus on the same topic for too long, you can turn the page. You can move to a different topic. You can talk about some other thing in your life or in your day. So even if you're on the same page, you can turn the page. So even if you agree with someone, you don't have to talk about it. Let's turn the page. Let's talk about something else. Sometimes when you're not on the same page, you can also turn the page. So they go hand in hand. So that's why I'm doing these two together. Usually I focus on one idiom per week, but we're going to do a two for this week with on the same page and turn the page. So again, the meanings are similar. On the same page is to be in agreement with someone on something or to share the same opinion about a topic. Turn the page is to not want to argue with someone, or even if you do agree with them, you're on the same page, you want to turn the page. You don't want to argue, you want to focus on a different topic, you want to discuss something else. And our examples here back this up. Number one, Melanie and Tina agreed that they were on the same page about the cost of healthcare being too high after Melanie told Tina about her recent trip to the hospital. Which is unfortunate. Hospital care can be quite expensive, especially if you're in the United States. So Melanie told Tina, maybe Tina visited Melanie in the hospital. Hopefully it wasn't too serious, but in this example, they were on the same page about the cost of healthcare being too high. They agreed on that. Healthcare is a topic that people like to talk about. Not often, it can be sensitive, but Melanie and Tina probably are friends. Melanie told Tina about her recent trip to the hospital. They both discussed the cost of healthcare being too high, and they're on the same page. They're in agreement, right? So they're on the same page. Now, number two here, Jack wanted to turn the page quickly because he did not want to talk about politics with his family at the dinner table. Politics is a very sensitive subject. You really shouldn't talk about it unless you really know the person. Even when you do know the people involved, such as your family, it's often not a good idea to discuss politics, even if you are family or close friends. In this case, Jack wanted to turn the page quickly, right? He wanted to move on to something else. He didn't want to ruffle any feathers, another good idiom, or he didn't want to make anyone upset. He wanted to turn the page quickly because he did not want to talk about politics with his family at the dinner table. Maybe they talked about weather, sports, music, movies, but Jack, even if they agreed, Jack did not want to talk about politics, so he turned the page, right? So again, to go back, turn the page, move on, and then to be on the same page, or if you're not on the same page, you have a differing opinion, or even if you have the same opinion, you're on the same page, you want to move on. So that's how they are used. Basically, both idioms focus on sharing or not sharing your own opinions or beliefs, but what it means, basically, it can be both idioms are about what it means to be in agreement. But even if you're in agreement, you can agree to disagree. You can turn the page. You can say, I don't agree with you, but let's move on. So that's turning the page. If you're on the same page, even if you do agree, you could say, let's turn the page because this is not something I really want to discuss further. So this, when you think of these idioms, when you think of on the same page, you're in agreement with someone on the same topic or you have the same opinion. Turn the page. You don't want to. You may agree with them. You may disagree with them, but you don't want to argue with someone or talk about it further because the topic's not interesting or it's too controversial, maybe. So those are our two idioms: on the same page and turn the page. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this idiom of the week video. I did two idioms, but they're very similar. They go hand in hand together. You can use them in the same sentence or in the same paragraph or in the same conversation. So these idioms, I did a 2-for-1 this week. You get two idioms for one video. But I really wanted to do this particular video on these two idioms because they come up a lot in English language conversation, in polite conversation, and they're very informal idioms. So you can use them with friends, family, people you just met. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out our other Idiom of the Week videos in our English expressions videos. We also have learning the entire English alphabet from A to Z on our channel and also fixing your sentence errors and improving your English grammar. Please, if you like this video, if you enjoyed my teaching on English idioms, hit the like button for this video, and also, if you could, or hit the subscribe button below to follow us here on YouTube and be the first one to know about our new videos. If you have any questions or would like to subscribe to our official newsletter, please go to our website, www.englishfromatozcom.com/newsletter. Thanks so much again for watching, and I'll see you all soon for another English Idiom of the Week video. Take care now. Bye-bye.